in the Middle East never sleeps, and the past 24 hours have been absolutely insane. First up, we got confirmed that the British Foreign Secretary stated that Israel must avoid blaming the conflict further and refrain from any action to seize Lebanese territory. While we got also confirmed that latest airstrikes targeted the air defense systems and the Air Force headquarters in northern Iran. Also, we got confirmed that the Secretary Rubio answered on a question that Iran is currently making threats about controlling the strait and creating a tolling system, and Marco Rubio stated that this is not going to happen, which could be a foreshadowing of a possible takeover of the Kark Island, where most of Iran's oil is floating through. And you probably know my standing point. The United States will definitely seize the Kark Island, so we will see what the future will bring. Interestingly, Rubio further stated that the objectives of the operation are to destroy the Iranian Navy, the air defense systems, and industrial bases, which include capabilities to manufacture rocket launchers. Interestingly, the tone about the war with Iran haven't changed yet, so we don't see any mentionings of taking over Iran or toppling the regime is a war objective. We got also confirmed, according to the Israeli army, that the IDF have intensified over the past 2 days the airstrikes on production sites belonging to the Iranian regime. We got also confirmed that a lot of homes were left without electricity in Tehran and Al-Bors, but the Iranian Minister of Energy stated that they basically repaired the most important damages, and by that, electricity returned in these 2 cities. Next up, due to the Iranian attacks, 1 person was killed at an Iranian attack on Kuwaiti power and water desalination stations. This is according to the Kuwait's Minister of Energy. I wish the families of the killed person all the best and much strength. Also, we could confirm that in eastern Tehran, a bunch of headquarters were attacked, and if you look on this image, it seems that it was a hidden area, probably deep in the mountain. Next up, Iranian soldier said that they basically do not see any value in this war. He describes running from airstrikes just to survive, while the morale of the soldier and of those around him is on the lowest point yet. He stated that commanders have abandoned the field and that they have no direction, no purpose, and no plan. He stated, "We, the ground forces, no longer know what this long and exhausting war is even for, or what it brings us." Next up, we got confirmed that, according to the IDF, the Israeli army have struck the IRGC's main military university, which operated under civilian cover, and developed and researched advanced weaponry within the university. It was also stated that it was directly linked to the IRGC and was involved in advancing terrorist activities. Also, as we know, several countries had already imposed sanctions on this specific university and its senior officials. We got also confirmed that yet again a high-ranking commander of Iran got killed. And if you look personally at the news, you will see a lot, and I mean a lot, of high-ranking officials and commander getting killed, many of these in top 50 or even top 20. I cannot cover all of them here, but it seems that the Israeli army have succeeded in infiltrating deeply in the Iranian ranks. Because remember, both the CIA and the Israeli army have asked the Iranian soldiers and civilians that if they have information to pass them through security channels to the Israeli army, and I personally assume that many went over to the side of Israel and the United States solely for the reason not to get killed. I do not believe they have changed their minds. They're just exhausted by all the fighting and are fearing for their lives. So we might see in the upcoming weeks even more killings of high-ranking officials. But not only in Iran, it seems that the terrorist who was a deputy commander in the Unit 1800, alongside with his operations officer, got killed, and both of them were really important for the terrorist organization Lebanon, which is this one, and for the Palestinian terrorist organization, while they were coordinating terrorist attacks in Gaza, Syria, and Judea and Samaria. We would also confirm that the Israeli Air Force traveled over 1,600 kilometers from Israel just to target air defense systems which the Iranian regime have deployed near the Caspian Sea. Also, we got once again informed that the terrorist organization operated near an ambulance in southern Lebanon while they were dressed as paramedics. The terrorist organization systematically uses ambulances to transfer weapons, while it seems that even though the war is raging on, that the ships do not appear that much passing through the strait at Iran. If you just look about 3 weeks ago, we see that between 0 and 1 ships were passing. Now we are between 6 to 9. Trump also made a statement about all of that. He said that his preference would be taking the oil. He also further stated that he does not think that they have any defense and that the United States could take it very easily. And I want to point something very important out here. We see that the President of the United States many times announces something before he does it. There are 2 reasons that I can think of why he's doing it. Firstly, to create fear in the midst of the Iranian soldiers, because if you know that an attack is imminent every second, every day, you're basically living in a constant fear, which is destroying your morale. Secondly, if you state something previously that you will do it, you might get condemnations from countries. But when the real attack will happen, the other countries will already have a softened view on all of that because you have mentioned it already so many times. Also, as a third reason, obviously he wants to create hype for his own voters, so the citizens of the United States want the war to continue and vote for him. Lastly, it got confirmed that the IDF has struck armed Hamas gunmen in northern Gaza. It was a group of armed terrorists, and it was carried out in order to remove the threat to the forces of the Israeli army.